Your lovely heroes are here, the golden-haired man says as he walks through the front of the Great Hall. He has a couple people kind of surrounding him, both sides of you, all bearing the similar marking that Bjornsson had across his eyes, kind of black, almost quilled back. It's like stretching and extending fingers kind of coming off of their eyes, marking them as the Stormstriders. The rather large man that sits at the top of the throne underneath the red banner of the bear stands up and he points to the Stormstriders, kind of vying and looking across the surrounding Great Hall where now it's grown silent. He says, Gurinir, just the person I want to meet today. Come here, let's talk. Gurinir, the blonde-headed man, begins walking forward, and as he does, the sea of people begin to part both ways as they walk, 6 wide, and they kind of muddle and make their way through the rest of the Great Hall. After they do, conversation begins to pick up a little bit. Finally, in the middle of this parting sea of people, you guys stand face to face with them. You guys follow the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys also kind of filter to the left into the kind of corner of the actual hall. People begin to pilfer back through the rest of the empty space in this great hall and begin discussing with one another. Once more, you need to make a perception check for me, all of you.
Lord have mercy.
That don't count. Can I have that?
By tradition.
I probably have like some kind of perception bonus.
I am still
but
out.
zero?
Seven.
I've never
Yeah.
flagged
Yeah.
it.
You just
Oh.
yeah.
19.
19?
23.
23?
Where did my die go?
6.
6?
I'm not the worst. 10.
16.
16? Okay. Rowan, you,
Yes.
out of the meddling crowds kind of forming and divulging, splitting into different parts and blobs of these congealed masses of people, you're able to spot a figure moving the other way out of the Great Hall. He has a large, dark green kind of cloak over his head, and with a role such as yours, he begins to kind of scratch at the right side of his head, and as he does, his hood kind of peels back a little bit, revealing a soft, short kind of mess of white, messy hair, as well as conflicting kind of with the adjacentness of his darker skin.
Kind of similar to Yuki's hairstyle.
It's pretty similar to that, yeah. And he stands a little bit taller than the rest of the crowd, maybe 6'5", 6'6" in height, and he's walking out of the Great Hall. And you see him kind of mumbling something to himself. You're unable to determine what it is. It's on the other side of the hall, but he's walking out.
Hey, saw a sketchy-ish looking man. He kind of, no offense, he looks a little bit like Yuki. He was hooded and seemed a little scared. What do you guys think? You want to follow him? Seems more interesting than this hocus pocus.
Sure. We could. I would like to see who this party of people is here too.
Well,
Do
also,
our job.
Do you think we should split up?
I don't love that idea right now in the area that we're in. We never know if Ilrin will strike or not right now. We don't know what's going to happen. I know they said around that night, but we don't know what's going to happen. And this guy, he seemed a little bit on edge, like he was trying to hide something. What do you guys think? I think the Stormstriders will be here when we get back, but I don't know where this dude will go.
We can hurry and catch him before he leaves.
Which way did he exit the building, or he just went out a side door?
You guys are on the left side where the crowmen are under the crow banner that's on the left side of the building. He was on the opposite side towards the Wolf's Face banner, and he's making his way out of the Great Hall. past that, he kind of blends in with the rest of the crowd as the storm riders begin to converse with the head of the bear clan.
I'm just gonna try and, if he's out of eyesight, I'm just gonna quickly make my way. But when I get outside the building, I'm gonna try and follow him and stalk him and do it sneakily,
You
stealthily.
guys all kind of follow?
Yeah.
I'll follow him.
Rolls.
I don't know if I should follow him. I'm pretty big.
I kind of want to say that.
You
Yeah,
say that?
I might stay him.
So who's
'cause
following?
I'm too big. He's gonna notice me.
Just you, Rowan? You follow?
It's up to them. Are you coming?
I guess you wouldn't have been there for the conversation. You were outside there,
Oh, I see.
and so you would see
So just me and
you
Goran?
would see a person like walk out and kind of he looks to his left, looks to his right, making his way over to the desolate den. And shortly after, maybe 10 seconds after, Rowan stumbles out as well. Rowan, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Okay.
You're following as well,
Yeah.
right? Okay, stealth check.
Plus 4. 14.
17, 14.
Stealth
You
east.
go. Go right.
Everything's
Better than me.
Emmerich, you look across the snowy road, and as you kind of have your gaze transfixed on this figure, to your left, a sudden little rush of wind breezes by as Gorag subtly kind of walks by you, you're not expecting it, and following suit just next to him is Rowan. And begin following the man.
It's kind of nonchalant, I guess. Just start walking.
Follow with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys follow suit, he makes his way over to the desolate den, and you can see it's inscribed in kind of red lettering with these fancy kind of italicized font on the front, swinging door that's kind of propped open as he walks in and slams shut as he enters. You guys follow suit and are greeted with this warm gust of air and brew, and we'll go back to the Great Hall. So those that stayed at the Great Hall, Koran as well as Yuki, you guys, I'm going to use your perception rules from earlier, are able to kind of key in and listen to some various things that the Stormstriders, you guys listen to the Stormstriders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are saying. So you begin to, Yuki and Koran, like a mountain and a hill, begin to kind of carve your way through this path of people until you're maybe a brisk step or two away from the Stormstriders. Gurnir, you see, is looking up with his hands kind of at his side, staring up at this large, kind of reddish, locked, bearded individual. Looks up, he says, Fullerin, what can we do for you today? And the man looks down and he goes, Gurnir, you know why you're here. And he kind of leans forward on the wooden slope, looking down, similar to how he did for you earlier, Yuki. And he says, listen, we know you're good for your work, and we have a problem. Come discuss with me in my quarters. I wish that the other clans do not hear about this. And as he does that, Gurney kind of looks to his left and looks to his right, and as he has his eyes kind of shift left and right, you guys' eyes do as well. You see on his left side, there's a group of cloaked, black, kind of feathered, hooded individuals with a kind of crooked man in the middle with his shoulder kind of slumped over, and they're whispering to each other on his right. There's 3 different individuals arguing with each other. One with a long gray kind of grayish beard with a very defined and sharp-edged face. And so this man, who we refer to as Fullerin, stands up, and his clansmen walk with him. They step back from their seats at the clan, like the head of the clans. They step out and they begin walking behind the banners, and the Stormstriders follow with.
They're going to his quarters.
Assumingly so, yeah.
Yuki, you think you can follow them? We need to hear what they're saying.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on him
Yes, but
for presumably a stealth check to come?
guidance is not subtle. People would know that you're doing it.
Okay. Well, this says I touch him. It's not subtle though.
No.
Can we step
it'd
outside?
be either like a bright light or you do something of the sort.
Really?
Yeah.
Could risk it.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
You can try to cast it subtly with a stealth check if you wish.
What's my stealth check? My stealth is 0. Can we maybe wait till we get outside a little ways so we're not noticeable?
Yeah, you guys can step outside. See what-
Let's see where they go, Yuki.
Okay. So you guys step outside first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, slowly follow them.
Okay. As you guys.
Are they leaving the tent? Like,
No, they're just walking out behind, like where the banners are.
Oh, really?
So they're not actually leaving it now.
Okay.
I thought you meant to step outside just to cast the spell before you go back in.
No.
No?
Oh, let's just see what they do. Let's see where they're going.
Okay. They walk behind just this open, kind of arched area that leads to behind to where the banners are. And there's a great kind of wooden wall that lets these banners fall on them. And they step behind it one by one.
So just behind the banners?
Kind of, yeah.
is there a way I could sneak behind the banners?
There's two ways again. There was a way they went, which is behind the crowman, and then the other side, which is behind the wolf banner.
But they can't see us.
If I go behind, can I go behind the wolf banner?
You can definitely,
Without them?
yeah, you can definitely make your way over there.
Okay.
They might see you.
But like if I cast guidance, you think they'll see it?
Oh, people around you would see it.
I don't know what guidance, I guess, looks like. Never mind.
Okay, I'll just put my hood up and start like crawling almost, trying to.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Five.
5.
Classic thing, or that's...
You take a step forward, and as you do, there's just two people that they're one with the wildly flustered kind of red hair, and the other one with a blackish gray kind of sleeked back ponytail, and they're talking to each other with their arms kind of crossed, and you try to walk in between them, and as you do, one of them pushes the other one, and as they step forward, they reach their foot out and they trip you, and you fall, and you kind of scatter across the ground. But she looks down. She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, little one." And she goes, "Look what you made me do!" And looks over at the wild-haired woman, and she's saying, the lady kind of backs up and she stands up. She goes, "Me!" And she walks over, like crossing over you. You stand up and you begin kind of shifting your way back through the crowd. We'll go back to the den next. So you're hit with that warm, kind of yeasty smell of bread and beer. As you enter, you look around the room. Go ahead and make a perception check.
-1. 16. That's better than it was.
16,
24.
24,
I stay with my tradition.
not good.
You're scared.
9. Throw on Sharp Eye. I was able to look around this desolate den, and you see a couple things that catch your eye. One is the barkeep. It's a short, bald dwarf with. It's quite a weird sight. A dwarf with no beard, but it's one to see nonetheless. He is stepping around the tavern, collecting people's empty mugs and canisters, and he grabs people's plates. He begins walking back behind the actual bar top. You see that he's shorter than the bar, but there's kind of a raised platform that allows him to kind of peek over it. Not only that, but you see the man is now in a corner table, and he's kind of propped back with his feet on the table, and he has a drink in front of him, presumably already drank on its side, and one in his hand, and he's drinking right now.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Gorek, Emmerich, why don't we just go get ourselves a seat in here? Not too sure where this guy could have gone, but we can just get a drink and kind of scout it out, see what
Alright.
happens.
Could always use a drink.
Yeah. Tough times now. So I'll head over to the bar, talk to the barkeep.
Okay.
Well, never seen a dwarf with no hair before.
He comes around, he goes,
Oh, sore subject. Sorry. Can I just have 3 of your finest ales?
he looks up at you, he goes, "Not the finest after you insulted my beard.
Uh,
Or rather, my lack of beard."
I didn't say you weren't beautiful, sir.
Thank you.
I just said I'd never seen one like you. You're like a diamond in the rough, sir.
He
It's nice.
looks around and goes, well, his demeanor kind of changed a little softer now.
Mm.
He goes, oh, thank you, I guess. It's a curse, a dwarf that can grow no beard. A curse I am afflicted with, but regardless, a customer is a customer. I will serve you nonetheless.
Well, I appreciate it.
He goes, are you sure you want the finest of the finest?
I had some in White Wake. Whatever's not gonna kill me, please.
Okay. He grabs 3 kind of ale like lids, and after he does that, he kind of slides them out one after another like coasters, and then he grabs 3 actual mugs and walks over and pops off one of the large wooden barrels and begins pouring 3. He slided over you guys, the foam kind of rising off the top and falling off a little bit. He goes, well, supplies have been a little bit dim, but this is what we have on tap right now, so I hope you enjoy it. It'll be 6 pieces of silver, please.
Flip him a gold. For your travel, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I'll just head to a table opposite of the guy who we're here for, and just casually drinking, just sitting around, but always keeping an eye on him and seeing if he's up to any funny business.
Okay. After 4 more trips to the bar, he now has 6 of these.
Are they empty or like?
He's emptying them, yeah, like drinking
Oh, okay.
them. And like as he sits down, he drinks one, sets it to the side, grabs another one. After his 5th trip, he's kind of staggering on his way. He runs into this woman, and there's a man next to her. And he goes, watch where you're going! And he just kind of slams his fist into the man's shoulders as he does that. The man twirls in a ungraceful fashion and kicks over a chair on the way to the bar. And he goes, can I just have one more, please? And the barkeep goes, I think you've had quite enough. Unfortunately, I cannot serve you anymore. It's for your own health. And he goes, oh, just one. Just give one more, man.
I think that's our guy there, fellas. I'm gonna go, anyone, if y'all wanna join, but I'm gonna go see if I can find anything from the barkeep from him.
Okay.
Then maybe we follow him out of here, see what's going on.
After the man's denied, he walks back over to his chair, and he kind of sits there for a second before he, in the corner.
We're not leaving this bar.
He has an older kind of face to him now that you see.
I'll make my way
It's-
back up to the bar. Hey, it's me again. I'll just take one more, please. And if you don't mind me asking, that man there in the corner who's clearly had a little bit too much to drink here, do you know him? Is he a regular here? What do you know about him?
He looks up at you and he goes, kind of looks to his left, looks to his right, and he goes, the keeper between me and you, I'm quite sad for him. I don't know him that much, but what he mumbles on about is things only bards would sing about kings who lost their queens. Kind of looks around one more time before he grabs your empty cup, and he makes his way back over to it, fills up another mug, slides it back over to you.
Thank you, sir. I'll just make my way back to my seat.
Okay.
So I've heard that I'm assuming, just lost someone who's very close to him, and is just taking his anger and his frustrations and putting it here. Just kind of forgetting his day, forgetting his life, doing what he can to not be present in his body.
How do you lose a person? Why not just find them again?
Nothing.
Not that kind of lose, Rowan or Gorag. Like
Are you okay, friend? I think you've had too much to
Nah.
drink.
I'm not a big drinker, but
I can tell.
I had to get a second one to be a cover. It like he can't get them back. Like they're gone from this realm. You would never understand because that would never happen to you. I don't think anything can take you down. Anyways, doesn't seem like he may have been kind of what at least I was originally expecting, so maybe we just go on up there and talk to him. You want to go talk to him, Gorag? I'll follow you. You take the lead here.
You want me to talk to him?
Yeah,
Little
I want to see what you got.
It's gonna go, man.
You guys stand up from your chairs and scoot them back in this tavern, and wood scrapes against wood. You're probably 10 paces away from him when another group reaches him first. It's the man and his woman one more time. The man stands at maybe 6 feet in height, and he has this short sword kind of drawn across his hip, still inside of the sheath. And he has this rough kind of fur, darkened brown kind of shoulder pauldrons that drape down, and a rather large brown beard with a sleeked back brown ponytail. Then he steps forward and he raises back his leg and he kicks one of the legs out from underneath the sleeping man. As he does, the chair buckles beneath his weight and he slams and clatters into the floor. The man sits up and goes, "Oh, why'd you do that?" And the guy that kicked the chair out from under him looks down and he goes, "I demand an apology to my woman over here. And not only that, I think I need something else." And he reaches down, and as he kind of does the reach for the man's wrist, the man kind of lazily tries to stand up, and the guy grabs him. As he grabs his wrist, the man then grabs the other guy's wrist, twirls it over his shoulder, and kind of hip tosses him over his shoulder and his back. And he slams the man onto the ground with all of his weight. And he kind of stumbles back. And he kind of walks closer to him, and he looks down. He gets on one knee and he presses the knee into the guy's chest, and he goes, "Listen, I did not mean to hurt your woman." And he you can tell that something is trying to come up, and he's trying to kind of hold it down. He goes, "I apologize for that, but you have to be kinder to strangers." And he stands up and he walks a couple steps forward. And you guys are kind of watching this all unfold. The man
Now's your chance.
You want me to talk to him?
Yeah,
You just suplexed the guy.
that's why I didn't want to talk to him.
Don't look at me.
Middleman,
No. I am not in a place of
I
strength.
am not a good talker.
We know, but
Too many 2 lashings to the head.
we know you're
I
not the
believe
best
in you.
talker.
I'm gonna give Gorag guidance.
Okay. Bright kind of luminous flare appears from your hand, and it courses through Gorag's body. Gorag, you feel a little bit reinvigorated, like a new rush of adrenaline through you. And as you guys kind of prep yourself and get ready to talk to him, you hear, and you see the man that got thrown over the guy's shoulder stand up and is sprinting across the tavern at him, and his hands kind of run in a flurry next to his hips as he draws his short sword out from his hip. The man turns around, and as he does, the guy reaches back with his right hand high above his head, about to stab the dagger down into the man's chest. And
Gorag, stop him. All right.
and we'll go back to the Great Hall.
Damn it!
Yuki. The torches light the hallway that you're standing in now. You found a way into this kind of back kind of space that you now kind of peer into, and you see the storm striders sitting at one end of the table, and the 3 kind of head clansmen of the bear sitting on the other side, and they're discussing with each other, just barely out of reach though, to where you can't hear them.
Can I roll perception to see if there's anywhere I can walk, or if there's anywhere that the people aren't looking?
Yeah, roll
Like,
perception.
15.
15? Okay. You scan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15.
15? Okay. You scan across the room, and the table that they're sitting at is this blackened stone of sorts. It's a rather large stone with runic inscriptions on the side, and they're sitting at these large stone engraved tables. And the only light that illuminates this kind of oval-shaped room is from a ceiling chandelier, or rather a brazier of sorts that has an active flame coursing inside of it. And you see along the edges of the wall is where the light shines the least, and they're not really paying attention to the room around them. They're kind of just looking at each other, talking with one another.
Can I try to walk or along the side of the wall, because I have a black cloak
Yep.
on still. Just like maybe pull my hood up or something.
Yeah.
Just
Go ahead and roll stealth.
just on the edge where I can try to hear them. 16.
16. Okay. You step into the room slowly but surely. The hallway behind you, leaving in the light as well. You step into a darkened kind of slit in the wall. You press your back against it, walk maybe 10 or so feet before you get a little bit closer to this table. The table's kind of sunken in, maybe 10 feet down, and there's rows of seating kind of surrounding them as if it's some sort of discussion table. And you kind of peer and you begin to keen in and listen in on what they're saying. Fulren has his hands kind of crossed against each other as he sits at the table, and he speaks to Gurinir. He says, "Okay, I think we can make this deal work then." And Gurinir stands up and he goes, "All right, that's some amazing news for me and the crew." And Fulren says, "What? Before you leave, 1 second." And the guy sits down, and Fulren looks around the room, and his eyes lock with yours, and his eyes unlock as he keeps on staring across the blackened wall, seemingly not seeing you. As his eyes kind of scan, he whispers in, and he goes, "Listen, the protection of my people is of utmost concern, and we both know that. But there is one more thing that we need." And he kind of scoots his chair up just a smidgen, and then his head clansman scoot in with him, and he says, "There is a artifact in the manor, and with it brings a great power. One that we could use, that the Bjorn clan can use to finally regain its glory. If you can grab that and bring it to me, we will pay you handsomely." And Gurinir goes, "So you want me to fight an army of the undead, conquer the thing that brought them back, and steal something that I've never seen? Okay, we're in." And he reaches his hand out and they clasp across each other. Fulren goes from kind of meek and smaller, and he rises up in his size and stature, and he gives out a big grin and smile, and he goes, "That's what I'm saying." And suddenly the double braided woman begins to. She rushes over to Gurinir and she whispers something into his ear, and as she does, he goes, "Find him." And the woman looks around the room, and she kind of looks over to his direction, and she draws two of these hand axes out of her hips, and she begins to walk kind of on a slouched, almost creature-like position as she begins to increase her speed as she walks towards your direction.
So he's in like a back hallway. I can't see him.
You're in the tavern hall, so you're in the great hall still, yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna use. Actually, they can see anyway. I'm just gonna walk out with my hands up in the air. Stop! I'm just a kid. I know where your friend is.
As you do that, all the chairs kind of scoot out and everybody stands up and looks over to you. And Fullerin says, "You little one, you were here from earlier. Come out to the light."
Okay. I'll walk out. Do I get a chair, sir, or no?
He goes, "Quick witted. I'm not sure who taught you that, but that won't get you very far today." And Gurinir goes, kind of whistles, and the woman, in a brisk of speed, 1 step 2, jumps onto you and tackles you onto the ground. She then flings you around on your stomach, and she puts your hands behind your back, and then she hoists you up and begins walking you over to the table.
Peace, peace, please. I have your big white bear friend.
The
Or I don't have it.
the group kind of looks towards each other, and Bjornson's at the opposite side of the table, and he cranks his head to the side. He's there with them. He walked in with them during the Great Hall.
Who?
The bear, the white bear.
Wait, when did they find that?
Off screen.
Oh.
And he kind of looks in a confused kind of gaze, and the woman goes, "Nice lie. Don't do that again." And she presses the back of her axe against your neck, and she walks you guys forward. And Florian goes, "Why are you here?"
No. Ask him. I can't speak to animals. One of my buddies did. I killed 3 goblins. I promise you. I'm not lying. Ask the bear. He saw me do it right in front of his eyes.
And one of the people with like this long and black and green cloak goes and walks over to the bear, and he begins kind of muttering to him, and the bear kind of does his best at muttering back. And the guy goes, "He's not lying." And with that, the axe unpresses against your neck, and the sword begins to come down inside of the den. And as it comes down, the man is able to, with his elbow, kind of pop the sword up, and as it is, with this momentum, he steps off one foot, and his knee comes flying and crushes the guy's jaw up into his upper part of his skull, and the guy goes a foot into the air and kind of flies back a little bit before clattering into the ground. He's unconscious. And the guy that you guys wanted to talk to, he's the, oh man, I gotta quit drinking, man. And he steps a little bit forward. He walks over to the bar. He pulls out a small pouch and he goes, "For your troubles," and he sets it on the Tavern Keep's bar, and he goes, "And for the chair." And that guy's apothecary visit, and he walks out. He tries to walk out. He walks like 5 or so feet.
What do you want me to ask?
Catch him fast. Make sure he doesn't fall.
Talk to him.
And then
I don't know why we're trying to talk to this person. Why do you want to talk to this
Because he
person?
looked sketchy when he was walking out of the Great Hall.
he's also apparently not the best drinker, so let's get going.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
make
try
him
and
mad.
catch him whenever he tries to fall.
Okay. The guy that got kneed in the
No.
No,
The
when he's
guy,
trying
the
to
guy
leave.
that didn't need. Yo, we
Are
bring
you
emotion.
detecting me from here?
welcome. Okay. You
Just ask him what's going on.
walk
I'm a
in.
good talker. You are.
You walk in a little hasty speed. As you do, you kind of talking over your shoulder, Rowan. What do you say to the man? What do you say to the man? He keeps on walking. He makes his way and he puts his hand on the door and he swings it open. And as he swings it open, he goes, "Oh!" On second thought, and he walks out. He begins walking back over to his chair in the corner. He walks across Gorag, and Gorag kind of just staring at him as you walk by. And he, "Can I help you?"
Yes, you can. My friend wanted to ask you some questions.
Alrighty. Well, sure. Yeah, let's go have a seat at your table, sir. Don't mean to interrupt your afternoon here, but yeah, I guess it's just a few questions to ask you, if you don't mind.
His head kind of perks up a little bit over his. You can kind of tell because there's a shift in his hood that he has on, and you sound familiar. And he looks over at you, and as you guys kind of finally able to see a good glimpse of each other, you do know this man, although he looks quite different than the last time you met him. He's Keelan, and he goes, "Rowan?"
Well, I had a feeling.
Sorry you had to meet me like this, but
Well,
hello.
yeah, long time no see, eh?
It's
What are you doing up here?
drinking.
I can tell. We've been watching you for a little while.
Well, still got it.
That you do, my good friend. That you do. Not a thing has changed, man.
Well, one thing has changed, and he begins to rifle through his hair. It was longer than this last time you saw me.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off. That's why I was keeping my distance for a little bit. But you know, with these eyes and this brain, you're never getting away from me too long. I had tried to have my friend up here come and talk to you, but he isn't the most vocal type. More of a kick your face in until he can't recognize you anymore kind of guy.
Well,
And I didn't want him to do that to you. I don't know if he could.
You caught me in a talkative mood. And then you kind of side eyes the guy on the ground that's still unconscious. You see one of his teeth are like on his, like resting on his cheek. And he goes, well, guess let's catch up. I have a table in the corner.
Yeah, let's go sit. Jeez, man. It's been a while. What are you doing all the way up here?
He goes, oh, 1 second. He walks over to the bar and he grabs his bag and he goes, once I leave, you can have this. And he grabs it and he walks out and he walks away from the bar top. He goes, well, quite frankly, why are you out here?
Yeah, I mean, you know me, just doing my duties, just still guiding people around, and stumbled upon these guys on a trip I was on and couldn't get them to leave me alone. They just stuck to me like I'm off to a flame. So now I'm taking them around, making sure they're not dying, making sure they're okay. Just the good old stuff.
Oh.
We're actually here on some pretty urgent business though, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if you were up here for the same reason.
Not anymore. I've given up that way of life, Rowan. Unfortunately so.
Well, honestly, looking at the shape of you now, I can't say I'm surprised. You know, well, what happened?
And you can see him actively with that question kind of sober up a little bit. He goes, best we sit down before we start talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. Let's have a seat.
Okay. And you guys make your way over to the corner chair and at the corner table, and as you do, Music Man, you also join them in the corner. There's a scuffle after you guys follow this individual who apparently, from what you see, no one knows, in the Desolate Den Tavern. And you guys will sit at this table and begin talking. And as you do that, back in the Great Hall, Corin, a gust of wind comes in from the open door as people begin to slowly but surely filter out of the hall. As they do, you notice Yuki hasn't come back just yet.
I have a question. As to the components for a spell, do you, like you guys like we're playing with, do you need the components for a spell?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Well, this is like burning an incense.
Look at that, you're good, you're good.
Well, I would like to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
As everyone's filtering out, I'd like to cast a spider.
Spider? Okay.
Yes.
Does it have time? Does it take a long time?
No, it's instantaneous.
Okay.
And with the spider, I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears.
Okay.
I'd like to send it down back to where Yuki went.
Okay. From your staff, some vines begin to conjure, and they, one vine splits into 8, and the 8 ones kind of form a small ball, and from the ball, 8 more vines pop out, and this small ice spider crawls down from your staff and begins filtering and kind of crawling where Yuki went. And you stand there for a second, and you begin to hone in on it. I'm almost positive as you do that, you can't hear anything that's happening around you. It's only through the spider.
Yeah, probably not.
So, you go to the back of the Great Hall, and you wrap around, and you begin searching. You hear a faint commotion, and as you do, your spider kind of climbs up the wall and looks down, and it's in your peripheral vision. You can see Yuki is being held like up off of the ground by this woman, and there's people surrounding him, talking with him.
He's being held up off the ground.
Yeah, like she has him like up like this.
I want to walk down the hallway. Yuki, where did you run off to?
Okay.
I slowly walk to where.
You walk into the hallway and you begin saying this, and you hear a deep voice coming from the way that which you entered, calling your name out, and Florin goes, "Oh, great, there's more." Anyways, go get that one too, and you round the corner and you look at the site the spider saw, and you see Yuki's being held. You guys meet eyes at the same time. And the woman sets you down and begins walking up the steps towards you.
Wait, don't hurt him. He's just one of my underlings. It's okay.
Yuki, stop this nonsense.
No, they're fine. They're just my friends. They're my friends. It's okay. We're all good here, right?
I'm sorry, my boy got away from me. Please forgive me.
Guernir goes, "This is your boy.
He came from you.
No, I'm just looking after him for the time being.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, he's a scraggly one.
Well, quite frankly, I don't believe you. But fine." And she lets go of. She kind of walks away from you. And Florin goes, "No, you guys aren't getting off that easily. Here, both of you come here."
What have you gotten us into this time, Yuki?
Look, do you not remember him? And I'll point to the bear.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same bear from earlier, Bjornsson.
Do I know?
Yeah. Oh wait, you wouldn't know him. Everybody else, you would know
I don't
him.
think so.
You
Would
just
Calderon
point
be
to
with
it.
them?
I've never seen this
No,
bear
I
before.
would.
I teleport to the other group.
I'll just like start grabbing my hair.
Okay.
Oh.
Please, Yuki, come back.
I'll
Leave them
start
alone.
banging the table. Why can the bear not speak? Listen to the bear. I saved him. All my friends saved him. We're here to help.
The bear begins to talk to the guy next to him again, and the guy goes, "Once more, he's telling the truth. These guys helped him, saved him, brought him back to us. So," and he looks at Gurnir, and Gurnir looks over at Florin. He goes, "Well, I think we owe them a favor, therefore they should go." He has his hands at his hips looking at him, and Florin goes, "Sure, after some questions." And Gurnir goes, He stares intently, stealing his eyes drop. "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Well, I think we're done talking." And the storm tries to begin to file out your room. He sees you guys with the Bear Clan now.
Yuki, what are you doing?
We're here to help kill the undead. Are we not?
You guys heard about the deal? One of the guys next to Florin says. Florin kind of sits up a little bit. He goes, "Listen, I've had too many people get hurt on this. Please, if you say something about the undead, please don't go that way. But we sent to them. They can do more than enough."
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my staff. Use my spell slot or whatever it takes to activate it.
Okay.
I'm gonna like point it up and just make it bite like the glass and shatter the glass around the light in the room.
The bowl is kind of holding it.
Yeah.
Okay. You draw the staff of the adder, and as you do, you see a little black kind of pulse kind of fade through it, and from the metallic point of the staff, the snake's neck begins to uncrinkle and grow, and Fulham kind of takes a step back, and the snake then strikes the glass above you, and as it does, the glass shatters into pieces, and it clatters on the table, and the flames kind of make a kind of a ball of embers across Fullerin's face and such. And he goes,
Then I'll look out and use fire play and change all the fire to like black fire.
"Okay."
Yeah. Just to look cool.
Okay. With your other hand, you shift the color of this flame to this black and kind of glowing ash, and it cascades the room in a furthermore set of darkness. And Fullerin goes, "Well, you're quite impressive for your size and your young age." You must have taught him well. He looks up at you, Corin.
Oh no, I didn't teach him. I'm
I-
just looking after him.
I see. Well, regardless of that, what you've just done, I do not have a brazier anymore from my meeting room, but I also still do not want you to go.
Seems like you don't want an artifact back of yours, huh?
His smile fades, and the two bear clansmen begin to walk around the sides of the table. And he looks down at you, and he props one foot up on the table, and as he slams down, the blackened ash just puffs out. And he looks down with burned, kind of blackened glow in his eye from the ash around him, and he goes, "You never heard anything about that. Do we have an understanding?"
Sir, we can find it for you. We just found another artifact for another person. I guess you could say we're bounty hunters for objects of sorts.
Go ahead and roll deception.
You're alive.
Nat one.
I have +0.
Okay.
It don't matter if it's a nat one.
You kind of your last words kind of barely flow out of your mouth, and he's not buying any of it. He looks at you and he goes, "Listen, boy, if that artifact falls into the wrong hands, it could very easily spell doom for my clan. I know you might not understand the importance and severity of the situation right now, but I'm sure you do." He looks over at Corin. He goes, "Please, just keep him away. Both of you. Keep away."
Do you know who is causing this? The undead. Do you know who you're dealing with?
I think I know more than anybody who I'm dealing with.
What is his name?
There's no need to know his name. All you need to know that he is the bringer of death. The watchman numbered 25, now we have 5.
Well, whether you like it or not, we have to deal with this. We're part of this now.
Are you trying to intimidate him? Persuade him?
I don't care. What's he gonna do about it?
Sounds like intimidation.
Okay, roll intimidation. Yeah, that's one way to go about it.
Intimidation.
Beast intimidating giant.
That's
13.
13. He steps back from the table and he steps around the other side of it and he sizes you up. He stands equal to you in height, and his width expands probably 2 times your width. And he goes, he shifts a little bit, rolls his shoulders back, and he goes, "I'm not intimidated by people like you. Now, if I see you in Valia, pain will come with it, and you will not get off with such a simple warning as this one."
Just know, if we find this artifact, you will be the last person to get a hold of it.
He sits up and he goes, "So you oppose me?"
I didn't say that.
Stand on business. Go back down.
Literally.
You can take them.
There's one of you. We have a whole team.
Well, if they are as stupid as you, your team will end up walking the nights of my streets as undead.
Look, we're only here to help. If you're trying to get in the way of
You
that,
just told me that I will be the last one to see what I want. Sounds to me like you're not helping.
we won't help you. We want to help the town. We don't care about you.
Well, I care about this town. This is my clan, my people.
If you really cared about it, then you would tell us.
I care about people, and I don't want them to die either. Listen, back down now. I will allow you to walk out of here. If not, he will be carrying you. He looks over and motions over to one of the clan, bear clan that's next to him.
And look over who?
They're one of his clan members that was sitting around next to him.
Oh, yeah. We will back down for now. But when the time comes, we will kill Ilwin.
Takes a step back. He goes, I keep my promises. If I see you here again, nothing good will come of it.
Sir.
You both have till the
Please.
end of the day today to leave. Maybe one of the other clans will accept you. You sound like the clan of the night right now. They would love your company.
So you guys. Let's just walk away.
All that.
I don't want to call him a racist. I might have said.
Do you begin to walk away?
Yeah.
Okay. You step out, begin walking up the steps towards the exit. And you wrap around the corner, and as you do, people file into the left of you, the three members of the Banner of the Wolf step beside you, and as they do, you kind of lock eyes with you, all of them, and they step into the room behind you.
Get him to save this guy?
Hmm?
The bear? Did you?
You didn't save the bear.
Yeah, they saved him.
Yeah. He's not in the room anymore. The Stormstrider's left. He's not associated with the bear clan at all.
Oh, okay.
As I walk out, I'm just gonna scream. I can kill more undead in a single night than you can in your whole life. Coward! Just run out. Just run away fast.
Also, the coward that runs out.
Okay. Being shifting your way over. Go back to the desolate den. You guys have all found a table. The door swings open with the winter air outside, and in steps Yuki as well as Corin. Corin, you kind of have to crouch to get in. Yuki, you definitely don't. And you guys find your way to the corner. They enter the tavern. They kind of gaze with you guys.
Oh, well, it's good to see you guys. What did you figure out?
We figured out that these stubborn bastards don't want their town saved. Let's go sell this sword. I'm just gonna be pissed off. Sitting in the corner.
We were told that we have until the end of the night to leave. So
What did you...
they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
None of them do. For the guy that's sitting, you guys are unfamiliar with him at this point, but Kalen says it. He goes, "That's why I left the meeting from earlier."
Yeah, everybody. This is my mentor, Kalen. He taught me everything I know. But
Not drinking, apparently.
no, we focused on more positive aspects. I wasn't doing that all that often when I was around.
We'll talk about my drinking sticky friend.
I'm
Rowan
talking about
states.
his.
Oh, never mind, sticky friend.
Why am I sticky?
You cling to Rowan, therefore you stick to Rowan, sticky friend.
I am more than indebted, not sticky.
Sticky indebted friend.
Where I'm from, we call those boons. You just orbit around me. But that's okay.
Anywho, and the man, he's like, you can only see the top of his head as he's still sitting in the chair that broke. That's like on the floor. And he sits up and okay, well, while you guys kind of meet and talk to each other, I'm gonna get another drink. And he walks over and he goes to the bar.
So, you're telling me we left you alone for like 10 minutes and we gotta leave now?
You might be a liability.
It's Yuki. This kid has a loud mouth.
We've known that.
Where did you find him?
On a
He
train.
In a
needs to
box.
go back to his parents.
He
Why
actually,
Why is he
we
with
don't
us?
know what they're doing.
he actually tackled me whenever I tried to start the train. Calderon says from one of the parts of the table. And yeah,
Just leave him
Yeah.
somewhere.
that's not happening.
Don't talk about the parents. He's. Yeah.
Is he strong? Can he do anything?
Oh, yeah. Dude, oh my. His magic is terrific. I mean, he doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's pretty good at it.
Someone has to keep that kid in check.
Well, that's what you were there for.
Yeah, we left him with you.
He got away from me for 1 second.
I
That
know, I
would
know
kick
you.
that
I know
down.
your head's in the clouds.
That's all it takes.
But can you look at us on the floor, please?
I'm sorry. But if me and him don't get out of here, they're gonna kill us.
Let him try.
Have we tried not dying? Well, maybe we just. When do we gotta be out here by?
By the end of tonight.
Or they'll kill you. Kayla walks
Well-
over.
That they may.
Only if they see us.
Well, but by the end of the night,
He's
which means
7 feet tall. They see him.
hopefully we could at least stick around for
They're
tonight.
not as tall.
See what's going on.
We
See
could,
what's
but
happening.
if we run back into him, it's gonna be trouble.
Well, if my friend here sobers up, well, could potentially have another. No,
Not happening.
But Yuki overheard them, so he
what'd you
may
hear?
have some information.
What'd you hear, little one?
Well, the group of people that walked in after us, that your friend,
With Bjornsson?
yes,
Oh.
the group he was from,
Mm-hmm.
they walked in and then they went into a meeting. So I got curious because this bearded guy wouldn't let me help out. So I walked in and, you know, they just agreed on giving him some money if they find an artifact and help destroy the undead army.
Do you know what this artifact is?
Said something that'll protect their whole village.
He warned us to not let it get into the wrong hands. So it's very powerful.
Well, I imagine if it can take down the undead curse that's happening, yeah. It's gotta have something pretty nice in there.
Maybe.
Did you hear
maybe
anything
ask
about
around that?
when or where or how they'd find it?
No, they just said it's
Well,
hidden.
darn. Thought I've trained your ears to be better than that, little one. Anywho. Man. Well, anyways, Kaylin, something in the nature has been stirring up here. Something's wrong. I've heard that this place may be where the heart of the winter's coming from. We were out kind of just a bit away from town and there were just trees made of ice. And this ice, it would melt a little bit, but nothing could get through it. It was just solid ice. Not even my fire can penetrate it even a little bit.
My sword went through it.
Well, it shattered it, but brute force is different than just pure flames. I mean, flames should be melting your eyes.
Maybe your flames are just whimsy.
I'm gonna produce a flame and throw it at Goran.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Yeah.
Counter roll to dodge. Or you just can tank it.
I could just face take it. It'd be
23,
That
Yeah, it
definitely hits.
barely.
4 fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
A spark of flint flies across the table and Goran gets struck into the chest. The barkeeper goes, "All right," and he steps out from behind the bar.
I apologize, sir.
Who's getting kicked out now?
Sir.
He,
You know what's better than we
he
are.
steps towards you guys, and as he does, he goes, "First him!" And the guy on the ground, is still there. Next, that, and he points over to the chair that the guy's sitting on, that the Kalen's sitting on, and Kalen goes,
Well, the chair wasn't our fault.
It was his fault.
We had an upset customer in here, and I apologize. But that was to prove a point. So I'm sorry, but he's my friend, so he deserves it.
I think you got a little heated.
I'm gonna flick him 3 gold.
he tossed some gold over to him, and he grabs it and he goes, don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
I
Won't
mean,
happen again. I can't promise it, but I can promise more gold. Potentially, if it does.
he walks back behind the door.
Anyways, how'd that fire feel?
It burnt a little.
Yeah. I assure you my fire ain't the problem. Anywho. So, I don't know what it is, Caleb, but something's wrong with the nature up here. I just can't. I've understood it everywhere I've been, but up here, something's off. And we're trying to kind of figure out what's going on.
I wish I could help you more. I've unfortunately lost my way with things.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people here, but what do you mean by that? You were such a light to me when I was younger, and you've kind of let yourself go, man.
Yeah, well, don't always meet your heroes. And he takes another sip from his jug, and he. Ugh. Well, I have bad news. Well, I wouldn't call it good news, so it has to be bad news.
Hmm.
The assembly is gone.
What do you mean?
They took all of us. Well, most of us. Those who tried to help, at least. They imprisoned us and forced us to work, collected our refugees and turned them into cogs in a machine.
What'd you try and help with?
Well, I tried to defend one of the safe havens, but
From what?
the syndicate, and they were more well equipped than us.
So the syndicate's taken over?
And outnumbered us, and eventually seized us. And he began to rummage and mess with his hair.
Well, you know my history with the assembly, and wasn't all that pretty, but I still respected them.
Yeah,
I
well,
never wanted to see anything like this for them.
well,
But that's, I've heard things about the syndicate. Not great things, I suppose, but it may be getting out of hand now. If they've taken down the assembly, who knows who they're going after next? I mean, I know we may not have been the strongest faction, but we certainly were helpful. All we were trying to do is help anyone. Why would anyone have a vendetta against them? It makes no sense.
we opposed what the syndicate stood for. We helped those who escaped from them. You know that better than anybody. And eventually they just became sick of it. They told us they needed people for something.
The
And
syndicate or the assembly needed people?
the syndicate needed people. We just helped people. And they took a majority of us, at least where I was at our safe haven, to Mole Town, is what they
Mole
called it.
Town?
Yeah,
Where's that?
deep within the Dwarven settlement somewhere. Luckily, I wasn't taken there. But that's not what broke me. That's not what made me lose my way.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine.
It's what happened after. We assembled a small party, much like your guys's. You know, tried to make things right, make a difference. There's refugees trusted us after all. got there, we were made. One of us betrayed us. We were ambushed, and only a few of us made it out. We numbered 56 strong.
Who was it?
That betrayed us?
Yeah.
A young man named Meeks.
Meeks?
He was a refugee turned assembly wayfinder. And well, obviously his heart wasn't with ours.
What did he have against you guys?
I don't know. Arrows rained in. Machines of metal trekked along the cavern walls. Captured almost everybody, hurt almost everybody but him.
Was it more of the syndicate's doing?
I believe so. And well, that's what made me this moment. I've lost hope. Pretty much, Rowan, and I'm sorry you have to see me like this, but it's easier this way.
Man, I mean, it may be easier for you, but what about all the other people? What about our parents? What about all the people back home? It's not easier for them if you just sit aside and do nothing with your life.
It's not easy to fight for a home when there is no more home.
Oh.
How
And we
many-
gotta make a new home. Find somewhere to bed down. Don't just waste your life now. You taught me all I know, man. You helped me earn everything that I can do now. And you were dang good at it. And I don't want to sit here and watch you throw your life away for nothing because you're scared that everything we knew was wiped out. My friend here that I just met the other day, similar situation to that. And he's out here helping us try and win back his home. And I think that's what our job is right now. We got to win back our home. And it may take 10 years, it may take 50 years, it may take 1,000 years. It may not be us, but our kids and our children and their children could be fighting this war for the rest of our lives.
Well, here's one last lesson for you. You have to be strong to do great things. Those that are strong can do anything that they want. But he stands up a little bit. His mug clatters aside. Not everybody's as strong as they seem to be. And he begins to make his way out of the tavern. It was nice meeting you and catching up with things, but
Hey, you may not be as strong as you want to be, but it's also the weak's duty to grow stronger. It's our job to get better. We may not be able to take on the syndicate ourselves at this moment, but through trials and tribulations, we can rise and learn and grow. And who knows, a few years down the road, may be able to impact somebody. Look, I can't sit here and see you do this with your life. It's gonna kill me inside. I can't let you do this.
well, it's my choice, and you remind me of a younger me. I tried to go against the grain, and well, if you're sensitive to stuff, close your eyes. And he grabs his tunic and he peels it back, and as he does, you see on his back hundreds of marks and lashings, and across it there's one major one that kind of goes from his left shoulder down to his right hip and creates a large gash that indents into his body. And there's various bandages, and there's a large wrapping kind of across it. And he goes, "This is what trying gets you. And so it's easy not to try. I'm old. And quite frankly, I'm done. I'm sorry that you had to meet me this way, but it's just who I am now. He steps towards the tavern door. He creaks it open. He steps out into the cold.
Rowan's just gonna put his hood up and a tear just kind of runs down his cheek. He's just gonna sit there in silence. His head down.
Don't listen. The ones who give up are the ones weakest. But take it from someone who has lost everything as well. When you're here, the only thing you can do is build. You may give up, but do not do it the same.
I don't fear giving up. It's not what I'm here for, but man, he taught me everything, and seeing him give up it pains me.
Yes, but he learned his own lesson. He didn't take it the way he should have, or could have. But he learned his own. All you have to do is learn now. Learn from him. Once more.
You're right. I think he was put along my path to train me to do maybe what he couldn't do. His purpose was fulfilled in that. Still, it's never gonna be easy thinking about it. Thinking about what he could have been. 'Cause he was tougher than me.
Aye, but the role of a master is to make the student stronger. Now you can think of, I guess, your fortitude. If his breaks, yours shouldn't.
Yeah. You're right. Doesn't make the pain of it go away though.
Pain it's an everyday thing. Take it from just looking at me. I feel pain every day I wake up.
Yeah.
I move with pain.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound pleasant.
No, but I'm still here. All we can do is remember, if he wants to suffer and scuttle around in a bar all day, then he can do that. But we don't remember him from that. Remember him from the days of training.
Yeah, you're right. Can't control his path. It's his choice. And it may not feel good, but I think we just gotta accept it. I gotta accept it. Move on and be better.
And who knows, you may teach him a lesson to try again. He may see you in action.
Yeah, you're right. I think there's hope in it all.
I do hate pushing this conversation wayside, but we do have these struggles of staying in town and not staying in town right now. We are kind of in a time crunch of somewhat.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I've had my time in grief, and I'll get over it. I need a distraction anyways now, so let's get on to this. Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, you guys should be fine as long as they don't see us with you. Do you know of a place we could stay the night? Because we have to see what happens here tonight.
Does it look like this place has rooms?
There's a staircase that goes upstairs behind the bar, but other than that, it doesn't really seem like a spot.
I thought I don't know. This is the only den I've been in today, or been here. I don't know that anyone else here knows. If you don't have any idea, we may just have to look around.
Well, realistically, we stay here till night, and all the undead come out at night. Then what? We can't just start killing them.
No, but
We need to find the source.
I agree.
Is this the best place in town?
how central is this?
Should we talk to more people?
The
Also,
den that you guys are
the
in.
den.
It's not super central to town. It's towards the entrance of it where you guys came from.
Um,
What time of day is it?
I'd say it's like probably like 3:30, 4 in the afternoon.
Well, we still got a few hours before dark. Probably best we try and at least find something about what we can and see if we can find the source now. Have a jump on it, and then wait until nighttime and trying to do it all in the dark.
Worst case, we could set up some posts outside the town, see if we recognize a pattern of where they're coming from or going.
Mm-hmm.
We could. We've yet to talk to the storm striders. Maybe they'll have more information. But I doubt they're willing to just give it up.
I also doubt they have
Well,
much.
Maybe we should try to track them and see where they're staying.
I mean, I don't know too much about the Stormshires, but I know Bjornsson was very grateful of us. And I think I can talk to him, and I think we can probably get probably make a quick ally there. And they may tell us what we need to know to help them, at least as best we can.
I
This may
think,
not be just our group doing this.
yeah.
Seems like we have some help.
I think that may be our best bet, even if they're not willing to work with us. We can follow them,
Yeah.
potentially help if things get bad.
Do we want to split into a couple groups? Some to follow the.
I can go look for the Stormstriders and talk to them.
They can be anywhere right now.
If another group wants to try and figure out where the source is coming from, try and investigate throughout the town for a little bit. Don't got a lot of time. Who's good at uncovering stuff, figuring it out?
Well, I may go off our resident spy here. Oh,
I may be able to help in that matter.
All right. Well, Music Man, maybe you tag along with Yuki and Corin, as they probably can't go back to the other guys, and the rest of us will head back to the Stormstriders, see what we can find,
Sounds good.
and then yeah, let's just meet back here towards dusk.
alright.
So you guys split up into 2 separate groups.
Before we completely split up, I'm gonna subtly, just without anyone really noticing, point at Rowan and cast message and say, "Don't let your teachers' downfalls become your reason for downfall. People with the most regrets often have the most to say." And I'll shut it off.
Okay. And you guys kind of split up into 2 separate groups as you begin to walk out. He never paid me, by the way, the dwarf says. He left with his bag. So I doubt I see him again after
I don't
what
know him
happened.
anymore, and I'm walking out the door.
That's a new man to me.
You guys aren't kidding. You're kidding, right?
I've already left.
Take it up with him.
But
How much?
there's the 6 silver for my drink.
Oh, thank you.
We never paid you. You took a gold coin and left.
Oh, just said how much?
Yeah.
How much do you have?
That man has 2 gold pieces on him.
Got a solid 5 gold.
I'll have 2 of those.
Sir, he gave you
I'll
3
give
gold
him-
earlier. I'll point to Rowan.
Well, yes,
I'm
but
not in
Seems
there.
more than enough.
the guy's bag had so much more, and this guy, you guys kind of walked around him. And he's on the floor with his tongue like jammed into his upper like teeth. He's sitting
Can
there.
I
Can I
run
search?
in?
Yeah,
Yes,
can I
can
search
run-
that guy for money?
Yeah. Find his money pouch. There you go.
Okay, you roll investigation.
Yeah, we
Or-
both-
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, you both roll it.
Oh, okay.
Quick.
I didn't find anything.
Okay, what did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
20.
Yo,
Okay,
he actually has a +3 Vorpal Grey Sword.
on him, you find 25 gold pieces in his gold pouch,
Yo.
as well as his short sword that's on his hip, and a letter in his coat pocket that's signed from. It's written in Elvish and it's signed from. It looks like a woman's name.
Elvish, you say?
I take the letter, I stuff it into my pocket. I take 5 gold pieces and throw the rest.
Okay.
Compensation.
So you give him the 20.
Yeah.
Okay. You pass him 20. He goes, oh, that'll suffice.
You never saw me.
Okay.
I go over to Rowan.
Okay.
What is the hold up? Let's go.
I got me a letter.
Okay, come on. Got business to take care of.
You guys walk out onto the streets of Valia. Now, the town that you know is in the wake of civil unrest, uncertainty, and of the undead. That's we'll take a break for now. We'll return back in just a second. Okay, so you guys split off into groups. The first group is Music Man, Korin, and Yuki. The second one, Gorag, Rowan, and Emmerich. We'll go ahead and say Calderon's with you guys as well. So, I want one person from both groups, the one presumably leading the group, to roll a perception roll.
I will take that one. I got a plus set. Can I give myself guidance? Sure.
Oh, it's just whoever's leading. Am I leading our group?
Gosh, I'm
Yeah.
insane.
Well,
I think
It's us- it's
I'm
us-
insane.
yeah, you are.
Yeah, okay.
Insane.
Oh, yeah, if it's us three.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get anyone.
Freedom. Maybe you should have had more freedom.
Rowan rolled a 26.
26,
14.
14, okay. So, we'll go ahead and start off with Rowan's group. You get to searching to find the Storm Striders. So you ask around town for a second, and this doesn't take very long before you find them. They're in the Watchman's Tower. People have kind of said, yeah, they walked in there just recently and haven't come out of it yet. So that's where the Storm Striders are. And then the other group, as you guys kind of walk around and look, you see a couple buildings of interest. Presumably you guys are trying to find a place to stay for the night, right? Or just kind of look around for areas. of
Like
interest.
the source.
Look
Oh,
around
this
for
horse.
anywhere suspicious.
I see. There's a couple places that kind of catch your eye. There's this stone monastery with a woman that's sitting out front on this chair, and she has a large white coat on, and she has these like thin kind of eye slits, as if she's sitting there meditating almost. There's a fenced kind of gate around her that's just black steel, and there's various altars kind of strewn about around her. It's a little offshoot of town, maybe 50 feet behind most of the buildings, heading towards the eastern side of town. And then not only that, but you also saw a small kind of lodge of sorts that's made of earthy substances that shoots past the monastery, maybe 150 feet or so, at the bottom of a hill. Those are probably the two areas of interest that you guys saw. So we'll go back to the Watchman Tower. So that's where they are, the Storm Striders.
Do we know where that is? Like, is that like a?
Yeah, it's the
Maybe
place
they
where
know.
the
that
guy
like
was,
where
he
we
was
first went
uninterested.
in
He was
town?
uninterested. So you guys are wasting my time. That guy, yeah.
Yeah, let's make our way there. Then. What's our plan going into this? What are we trying to ask them?
Well, you have to know the location of entrance for the undead, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have some idea of the numbers of the undead.
Hopefully, I think also just offering our services, letting them know that we're here to help them,
But
trying to figure out that.
going off, I'm gonna guess. Going off. Shit, I have no knowledge of. I forgot I made choices in life. Well, I guess they have experience with what I saw inside in that first part when Yuki was kind of shot down.
Mm.
I do feel like they might
Hmm.
pin us with the same group. So
There's a chance, but I also think it wasn't much. But Bjornsson and I had a somewhat of a bond, just with my knowledge of nature and all of that stuff. So I was kind of able to befriend him. I feel like, and he seemed very polite to us. So I think him seeing me again, and from what it sounded like, I don't think the Storm Striders are necessarily against Yuki, but because one of them was talking to Bjornsson and he knew, but I don't really. They didn't seem. It seemed like it was the leaders of this town, the Jarls, who were upset with them. So I think if we can just do it undercover, if we can offer our services that way, we should be fine.
hopefully,
You got anything to add, Gorag?
No.
still a man of
Okay.
little words.
Yeah. Maybe eventually we'll get you out of your shell.
It's a big show.
You guys walk towards the blackened tower of the watchman. As you arrive at the front door, there's a different man out front this time. And he's sitting down in a chair, and he's kind of just bearing against the cold, looking down towards his hands as he kind of rubs them together. He's in this kind of white, furry shoulder, like drape, comes down to like his elbows. And he hears you guys' footsteps, he looks up, and his eyes are kind of squinted. He goes, hello?
Hey, how's it going? We heard the Storm Striders were settled up here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, what's up?
Can we have a conversation with them?
Let me check.
Okay.
He stands up out of his chair and he opens the door and he walks in, slams it behind him. He hears some commotion coming from inside, and he creaks the door open again and goes, yeah, you guys come in.
Okay.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna
I
be.
thought we were gonna have to fight somebody. Anyways, make our way in.
You guys walk into the Watchman Tower. On the inside, it's a large cylindrical tube spanning ever upwards with a spiral staircase going up, and it kind of gets cut off by a first story, presumably going up higher to the actual roof. Around you, there's a fire that's being made on the inside, and there's a large kind of stone circle that it comes into, and there's a large tube that kind of shoots out the side of the building. And around it, there rests the Storm Striders, Bjornsson, and a couple watchmen, and they're all sitting around. They're talking with one another. As you guys step in, Gurnir stands up, or the blonde one stands up, and he goes, "Oh, you needed me?"
Hmm. Yeah. Just here to check on my friend Bjornsson.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah. But yeah, stumbled into him. Brought him back here.
Oh, you guys are the ones that we met earlier. A group. You're with them, I assume? There's a very small one and a rather large one.
Mm,
I said they were related.
sounds familiar.
Oh.
Not the relation part, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't imagine they come from the same bloodline if we're talking about the same people. They're
Well,
quite literally polar opposites.
thank you for saving our bear. I congratulate you. Just back down.
Well, we appreciate it. Hope he's doing well. Told us he was looking for you guys, and I guess he found you, so that's pretty nice.
Found his way back.
But anyways, for the reason we're here, we found him on our way heading up here in the first place. But a group known as the Vagabonds told us that there was a curse up here in these lands, and that you got the people up here needed help. So our original plan was to come up here and help, and seems you guys were also assigned to this kind of task. So we were just wondering if you had any information to help us know any more about it than what we know, which isn't very much.
Well, glad to know that the graying ones requested your assistance, but we're here now, so no need.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, I mean, me and my friends here are pretty capable. We may be able to help you a little bit.
No can do.
Well, why is that?
It's our gold, our job, and we're better.
Well, I mean,
The two large, bulbous, kind of fleshy guys sitting next to him go, "Yeah, we are," and they clap hands together over him, and one of them, the one that said it, is kind of like with his chin kind of jutted outwards, and the other one is sitting there kind of solemnly as he high-fived him, and Grenier goes, well, quite frankly, we don't feel like splitting the gold, or we do not need help, so politely leave.
well, what if we just didn't ask for any of the gold? Just here to help you.
The one that's kind of sitting there solemnly goes, you all want to work for no gold.
Well, it's not that we necessarily want to. It's not that I want to. I don't necessarily speak for my friends here as well, or my other friends that happen to not be with us, but if it's to save this town and save the friend I made along the way and save these people, then I'm willing to do what I need to help people out.
The girl that has this double braid and kind of blue runic symbols over her and a skull kind of drapery over her waist is sharpening one of her axes. You guys, you're a lot more stupid than you look. He just keeps on sharpening it.
I mean, yeah, I know I'm not always the smartest, but it's just how I was raised. Just trying to help out where you can, when you can. It's a tough world out here, but we all need to just help each other as much as we can.
Grinder stands up and he goes, well, listen, me and my crew work for gold. If you guys come with us to help us, we'll have to split the gold somehow, some way. I know how people like you work. I've dealt with them before. They all say that they're different and they're not. So, how about this? While we go out there and valiantly save the day and have songs written about us, you guys can stay here with the watchmen and protect the town.
Well, that would be a great idea, except I believe my friends have gotten themselves kicked out of town. So, it doesn't seem like we can really stay here for very long. We have about until the end of the night to leave. So, doesn't seem like we have much use staying in town.
Well, how about this? If you stay in here, I can have a word in with Foreign, and I'm sure I'll let you in for a night.
I mean, I appreciate that, but then we wouldn't get to have any fun. And I'm all here for a fun time.
There'll be people here that you might have to deal with.
I mean,
Some people are buried under the spot right here.
well, you're not wrong. I don't
So
know. What do you
Well-
guys think?
that's our deal for you guys.
Gorak, how do you feel about watching the town and working for free and all that stuff they want us to do?
I don't have anything else to do.
You're not helping me, dude. You're supposed to be like upset about all that, and you don't want to do that. And then we do something else.
I mean, money would be nice,
Exactly. And going to kill some things for you.
and only cheapskates don't pay us.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We gotta figure something out.
Well, deal's on the table, so just let me know. I'll be here until I won't.
Where will you guys be headed off to?
Just past the. Wait a second. I'm not telling you guys where we're going.
What do you mean?
You're just gonna follow us.
No.
But if we're so
Why would
much
we do
worse
that?
than you, then we won't be able to follow you.
You guys would be like buzzards following us.
Why would we do that? We'd be here watching the town.
Okay, I'll tell you guys. So, we're heading out over the northbound bridge. And after we head out that way, we just travel for a little bit more. And eventually, we find the spot.
Inside check. Is he fiddling with my with me?
With my.
9.
Can I
I
also?
mean, as far as you can tell, he's being truthful.
All right. Well,
Can I also?
Yeah, I guess you can try, yeah.
over the northbound bridge, huh? All right. Well, we'll see what we can do then.
15.
As far as you can tell, yeah, he's being truthful. Well, goodbye. And
All right.
the two large ogreish guys stand up and start walking towards you guys.
I believe.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
See the two big guys heading towards us.
They don't look too big to you.
That's true. They look like average sized guys.
Do they look like average sized guys?
They're like 2 feet taller than Gorag. They probably got a good 300 pounds on them. They're like ogreish in nature.
Well,
Yikes.
they're not gonna give us any more.
larger than me.
They're not willing to talk to us anymore. We're just kind of.
You were leaving? I advise you guys leave. One of them says, the other one says.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Well, wish you guys luck on your adventure. And I'll head out.
You guys leave. We'll go back to the other group. So, out of the stone monastery you guys saw in a little kind of scraggly hut, where do you guys go? Yuki, Music Man, and Corin.
I think we visit the monastery real quick, and then we can check out the little hut if we don't get anything.
Sounds good to
in the
me.
first place. So I'll lead the group, and I'll walk up to the lady that's sitting inside the monastery.
She's sitting there and she has her eyes closed and she has a small wooden cane by her side, and under her white cloak there's hints of pink and purple and kind of gold as well on her under tunic. She's sitting there. Who approaches?
What's with all the altars?
The monastery is for all to worship here.
Care to let me in on what it is you worship? Or who?
We don't worship any. I simply allow those who wish to worship here.
Alright, well, it's the general consensus then. What do most people here worship? Do they just come to talk to anyone?
People come far and wide to worship here. And not one reigns dormant over the other ones.
Have you heard of a Queen Cena?
The goddess of death,
That's the one.
I have.
Is this a real person or just someone people worship?
Depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I'll repeat what I said. I do not worship any such god. I'm simply the caretaker of this place and allow others to worship here. If you wish to
must
worship Queen Cena, she got your staff and she points over. It's the large body of a headless vulture that's kind of striated backwards with its legs and feet curled up against the end of a stone pillar.
It's like a picture, like painting.
It's a statue.
Can I roll history?
Sure.
Very historic.
What is your group history? Just
Sure, yeah. Go to history with advantage for the group.
It was an unnatural 20 plus 1, and then it was worse, so it's 20.
20.
Not that.
You pretty much gather what you kind of knew from the prophet in the street. Or I guess this will be your first time, but Queen Tina is the goddess of death in this region, this area. The Northwood clans kind of have their own separate sect of religion than the rest of the lands. And so other than that, that's her marking, the headless vulture. And nobody's over there worshiping right now.
I can ask the lady, Do you ever hear anything strange from those worshipping Queen Cena? Or do you even get many of those types of people around?
There is one that's quite persistent. I wouldn't say strange. Nobody who worships something is strange.
Well, what do they say? And what do they look like? Any details you can give me? Don't mean to interrogate you, of course, but it's important to me.
He looks like that. And she points behind you guys. And you guys see the prophet from the street walking towards the altars. He opens the front gate, he creaks open, ice shattering from these metal hinges. It whines as it closes shut. He walks over to the statue and he gets on his knees and he begins to bow down to it. Bald-headed man. with
I'll walk up
gray beard.
and tap on her shoulder.
As you step, she motions your staff forward in front of you, blocking your chest. Do not intrude.
How long does he normally stay like this?
Why are you asking?
I want to talk to him, but I don't want to waste too much time if he's gonna be here for a while.
He stays for quite a while.
Quite a while, huh?
Do you know anything of what happened here at night?
I mean, the dead coming back.
Yes.
I do.
Do you know who's responsible for this?
I do not. Depends who you worship.
Do you believe it could be something to do with Queen Cena?
If you believe in her. If you believe in her, then sure.
I don't believe.
Then it doesn't come from Queen Cena.
Have you seen a man that looks like me in this town?
Unfortunately, I am blind. Her eyes are closed still. So,
Sorry about that.
I know not of what you look like.
Well,
Touch my face.
we don't have a lot of time here. I want to run down to that hut, see if we can make anything of it.
These people are out for where?
So you guys begin to turn and leave.
Yes.
You turn and leave, and as you open up the gate, some metal clanging occurs from behind you guys, and out steps 5 of these red, cloaked with kind of like reddish insignia over their golden and kind of red shaped armor with a brown cloak over them, and they step out of the monastery and all walk in a fashion out. They have a symbol over their chest plate on the front with the dragon's head faced sideways.
Do I recognize it?
Is it from
Yeah.
one of the
It's
clans?
the same as the Flames Creek Church from White Wake. You would know, Corin, but you two would know.
One moment. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep walking towards the hut.
Okay. You guys leave and you round the fenced corner. As you do, they're talking with her, and one of them sticks his head out from the front of his cloak. A human-esque face with scales around his cheeks and his chin come down, and he breathes a small puff of fire on his stick, and he hands it to her. And then he clasps it around their hands. She kind of tries to feel it, and they walk away. She holds it in front of her now, keeping her warm. Eventually, maybe 30 seconds or so of traveling, you walk down a snowy hillside before eventually getting met with another hillside where the entrance to this hut rests. It's a outjutting cylindrical shape that kind of sticks out, and there's a frayed, splintered wooden, not necessarily a door, but a hatch of sorts on the front.
I'll just knock.
Okay. You knock on the door, and as you do, you hear a voice come from the side. Yes. Who is it?
I'm just looking for any information I can find, and this seemed to be one of the few places around, so thought I'd come knock.
What's your name?
I don't know how important that is.
If I tell you mine, can you tell me yours?
Oh, the kid's named Yuki. You don't have to tell me yours. I don't care much for him.
Well, I often don't allow strangers into my house.
Alright, my name's Everin.
Nor liars. You hear walk around the inside.
Liars.
She steps over and you hear her slowly walk towards the door, and she opens it. It creaks open. You see just a dark, like shape of a face in front of you. That the light that peers in isn't bright enough or at the right angle to really see her. She looks at each of you with an unseen eye. She goes, "If you tell me your name, I'll let you know."
Hmm.
My name is Corin, if that helps.
You two are allowed in. And she looks over at
I'll tell him.
Yuki and Corin.
I'll go check it out and see if it's even worth anything.
To
Just
be
tell,
frank, I don't know if I trust y'all in there.
just tell her your name. What's the problem?
Can't really tell you the problem without telling you a long story, so
His name's kind of embarrassing, you know.
don't let him lie to you.
Alright, music man. You can wait out here.
One moment. I'm gonna just step back and kind of gesture at Corin and Yuki to come back over towards me. Am I out of earshot of...
Yeah, you guys step back about 30 or so
Well,
feet.
one moment, ma'am.
Look, how about you guys go back up to the, that chapel or whatever we were at and see if you can talk to the worshipper once he stops doing what he's doing. I feel like we've got a good lead here. I don't want to drop it, but I also have my secrets.
He's worshiping a headless god. She's already dead. How much can we get out of him?
Yuki, I know you're young, but brighten up.
I mean, if you think you can handle this here better than we can, then I'll trust you.
I'm not certain of it, but I feel like we can learn a lot.
Alright then. Come on, Yuki.
And as they walk away, I'll walk back up to the
Okay. The hatch is shut.
hatch is shut. I'll knock again.
He goes, "Well, are you ready to tell me your name?"
Ready?
And you guys disclose names with each other. True names. You disclose your true name?
Yes.
Okay. And she says, "The name's Dreka."
Dreka, it's
Come in.
nice to meet you.
And she opens the hatch, and it's like from your waist up to your shoulders.
Alright, I'll kind of shimmy my way through.
Okay, you kind of step in as you do. The hut is darkened, but in the far corners of this, it looks like it's kind of a cylinder followed by a large round dome where she inhabits. There's a small fire under a rather large kind of cauldron-esque shape in the corner. She goes,
I apologize for the secrecy, but as I could tell with you, you know what it's like to have secrets. And so again, I apologize. I wasn't willing to disclose before, but I hope you'll hear me out now.
"All is forgiven. Truthfulness is the greatest kind of currency. Are you hungry?"
I could eat.
She walks over to the cauldron in the corner, and she grabs a bowl and she begins to pilfer through it. You see you pull out two kind of stringy, long kind of bits of meat. He pops them in and then pours some of the stew on it as well. She walks over, she hands it over to you. And then as she does, she looks up towards, you see now this hanging kind of branch that's extended out in maybe 10 or 12 different directions. And as she does that, the branch edges all flick of flame. And now the room around you is illuminated. There's books, small vials, there's different pieces of furniture kind of scattered about. And in the middle of the room, there's 4 or 5 chairs, just kind of in an ornately arranged circle. She sits down at one. She goes, "Please sit where you wish."
I'll just take a seat across from wherever I assume she'll be sitting.
So you sit down. She goes, "What is it that I can help you with today?"
Well, I'm wanting to know as much as I can about the undead that come here at night.
Well, I can grant you this knowledge. I must warn you, it comes with a price.
The price is what exactly?
Dee stands up and she walks towards a small kind of book in the corner. She picks it up. It's no bigger than her hand. And she has this long kind of greenish and mud-caked like dress that goes and extends over her head. And she's walking around and she has long, very thin, twig-like arms. Same kind of shade too. She picks up the book and she opens a page. She goes, "Knowledge of the undead requires you to venture and walk with the undead." It's,
Physically?
truthfulness is the best kind of currency, but unfortunately right now I am quite short on that end. I cannot tell you what kind of state.
Is it dangerous?
Quite. I've had others come and ask this question as well.
How long does it take to...
You'll be here and there for about an hour. It'll seem way longer than that though.
Anything you can tell me about it? Other than what you have?
Try your best not to commune with them or notice them.
And if they commune or notice me, ignore them or
Stay as silent as you can.
stay as what?
Stay as silent as you can.
Silent. I'm no stranger to that.
Well, if you wish to know more about this, let me know.
Do people typically do this in groups or...
I mean, you can do it in groups. It's much riskier, though. Traveling unseen as a group is usually more difficult than on your own, as you know.
Right. When could this be taken care of?
Right now, if you wish.
Okay. How far away is the monastery?
About 200 feet from you, up a hill.
Okay. I'll excuse myself for a second. I'll be back very shortly, though. And I'm going to step out and walk about 100 feet towards the monastery.
Okay. So you step towards the front door, and as you do, she states, "Remember, it's always more difficult in groups."
Right. I appreciate that. I shouldn't be back with more than myself, though.
And then you grab the door handle you swing it up and you step through, make your way to the monastery. The snow crunching beneath you, and you guys hear him approaching as well. As you guys have been kind of just eyeing and looking at the various idols and the man still praying at the feet of the altar of Queen Sienna. And when your friend approaches you.
Well, I got a lead. If I tried explaining it to you, you'd just be more confused. Should take about an hour for me to be done with it, and I may return, I may not. It's the only lead we have, though, and honestly, I've been looking for a way out. So if this is how it comes, so be it.
Well, if it could be the end of you, we don't have to go this route.
Like I said, kind of been looking for a way out. Maybe this will give me a new beginning, though.
Yuki, talk some sense into him.
I whisper to him.
Sure.
What about, destroying the syndicate?
It's a tall task. One that I can't bear alone. Nor can I bear it when I'm as weak as I am now. And if this is an opportune time to grow stronger, it could bear fruit in both strength and rekindling my flame to fight back.
It sounded like you were saying it's an opportune time to die.
Could be. I won't know till it's too late, and y'all won't know until about an hour from now.
Well, we found a lead with this religious guy here.
And what's that?
Nothing. He's sitting still doing absolutely nothing. What are we doing here?
Well, I guess that proves something needs to be done. They said it's better alone anyway, and to be frank, I'm a lot stealthier than the rest of y'all, so.
What are we supposed to do? Can we help?
I don't think so. I think it's best if y'all wait here, see if you can get a lead just in case I can't. And worst case, you meet up with the other half of the group. And that'll be that.
Well, sounds like there's no change in your mind, so good luck, and we'll try to help you any way we can.
I appreciate it. I don't mean to sound so gloomy, but people die. I don't want there to be any mistake about me thinking I'm invincible. So, I'll be back or I won't. And I'll start walking off.
Okay. Begin making your way over back down the hill. And you hear something kind of whisper in your ear, and it courses through your head. You kind of turn around, look over your shoulder. The man that's worshiping Queen Sienna is upright on his knees now. And he is sending a message to you. He's saying, "Congratulations. You're one of the chosen. You will walk with Sienna's disciples soon. I'm so happy for you." He stands up, turns around, and begins walking back out of the monastery. As he leaves, he walks back into town.
That was odd. But I've done the same thing to other people.
Make your way back.
Keep walking back towards the hut.
You go back towards the front of the witch's hut. She opens
Knock.
it. She peels it open. Are you alone?
Yep.
Much easier this way. You step in and she closes it behind you. You're now sat on a chair. She goes, "It'll only take a second. You trust me."
Before I say yes, what do you think my odds are?
Of finding what you want.
And coming back.
100%. Finding what you want. You have to determine what are the chances of you coming back.
Sure, I've been in worse places. I trust you.
Okay. She walks over to a small drawer that's kind of carved and mudded into the wall. She draws it out and she has some beetles and small insects that you haven't really seen before kind of skitter out, and she grabs a large kind of black, it looks like a weed of sort, and on the bottom it looks like it was freshly pulled and picked. She walks over to one of her grinding bowls and she drops it in and begins to mix it together. The death root is one that's very potent. She mixes it and she grabs a small, she lifts up her dress a little bit and reveals a small pouch, and she grabs some of this grainy substance and she sprinkles it in as well. She blows on it, some of it kind of puffs out. She walks over to you. Just one scoop, okay? You'll just have to see. She grabs a spoonful of it and hands it over to you.
Thanks for getting me this far. Wish me luck. Eat.
Take the spoon made out of this pure solid stone and you put it in your mouth and you swallow it down. It like coats your mouth and tongue and throat as it cascades down. Oddly enough, it's cold, very cold. And you feel the coldness spread through your body. And the spoon was in your hand, and now your hand goes limp, and your entire body begins to go loose and free, and your lungs are starting to fail. Things are starting to cloud your vision and cloud your mind. And after the last glimpse at the fire under the cauldron, the flame flickers out and all goes to black. You awaken, and you're in a spot that you were before. You look around, and there's a Drekka there. She's correcting her head towards not filtered backwards, and kind of look down at your body. She flicks it upwards and lets it rest. She walks over and she grabs a small earthly blanket and she lays it over you. And you hear a voice from behind you say, "You looking to find something too?" "Almost got you." And you turn around and I see at your peripheral there's this ghastly kind of bluish glow coming from the side of the room. He goes, "Don't die here, you're stuck in here if you do that." He goes, "Well, better be on your way. Good job so far." Where do you like to go?
Go out of the hut.
Okay. You walk towards the front door, and as you do, you reach out and your hand just slips through the door handle.
I'm just walking through the wall.
Okay. You face through this wall and you look around and you see there's dozens of people just walking around. Some of them missing limbs, other ones with obvious signs of frostbite even on their ghostly visage. Try best not to pay mind to them. They don't pay very much mind to you either. Where'd you like to go?
I'm gonna keep my head down and walk towards the monastery.
Okay. You walk over to the monastery and you see the statue of Queen Sina has this dark kind of umbral glow kind of falling from it like fog or mist coasting down with a weight to it. And the man is still there. Looks like he's returned. He's sitting there and he's bowing down and he to scan as you walk by. He's unable to determine where you are, but he certainly senses you. Where do you head now?
Do I see anything out of the ordinary in this?
Monastery. Every now and then you'll see a form walk around, whether it be a humanoid or an animal or such. Something that died there.
Okay. Does anything look out of place in this astral world?
Besides a gray, almost film kind of filtered over everything, not necessarily, no.
Okay. Do I notice any large groups of those walking coming from a certain area, or are they all just walking about?
You take a step onto the main street and look to your left, look to your right, and you see a few families walking around. You see them just moving up and down the street together, enjoying time and company with each other. You see some people that wear the similar outfit that the Watchman wore, standing around the place, still keeping a vigilant eye. Other than that, no big swags of people just yet.
Okay, what part of town am I on at the monastery?
You're probably on the western side, behind the tavern, a good 50, 60 paces. You made your way over to the main road where the Great Hall is, where the tavern is, where the Watchman's Tower is.
I'm gonna go to the Great Hall.
Okay. You walk over there, and there's still some people kind of scattered about, still of the living world. And there's other ones that are in ghastly forms, communing with one another. They're drinking, shouting hymns and sagas towards each other. And at the top of the various banners, there's some Jarls that are watching over the people beneath them.
Nothing else.
Not here now.
Okay, I'll walk to the eastern side of town.
Okay.
And just, can I roll investigation and just like keep my head low but keep a watchful eye, see if I notice anything
Sure.
odd.
Go to investigation.
$23.
23. Okay. Towards the eastern side of town, there's some shambling masses of people, maybe 10 or 20 in size, maybe 3 or 4 of these, all bearing some form of weapon or homemade weapons such as a scythe or pitchfork, stuff like that. Some draw bows, some of them have regular workers' tunics on, other ones with armor and such. And they're heading northwards out of town. You follow them?
Stealthily.
None of them necessarily take notice of you, just at that moment. But you make your way up towards where they're following, where they're running. It's probably a 3-mile trek. Eventually you make your way to a large ice-covered bridge that has a rather large kind of jagged piece taken out of the side of it with a lantern. 2 as you enter and 2 as you leave. It's maybe a 70-foot bridge or so. And they all march across it. Some of them with torches in hand, others with weapons. They follow them for another 1.5 miles or so. Eventually the road kind of curves up and left to some trees that no longer have their leaves on them, kind of little dead fingers stretching down and out towards the snow beneath them. Eventually, within eyesight, you see a large manor of sorts. It has 2 stories. In front of it is a ginormous yard that's gated. It probably stretches 150 feet or so. And you see there's people and workers outside tilling the land, and as you walk with the horde kind of behind them, the workers notice. They turn and all look towards each other. They step and meet one another. One worker does. And the worker begins talking with them. And as he does, the crowd begins to get angrier and angrier until the worker drops his plow on the ground and kind of puts his hands up. As he does that, you see a ghastly sword strike down on him, and the mob swarms the man in front of you. People kind of mill here and there, fleeing the house, getting cut down from it as a swarm of people begin to cascade over. Eventually, the window that's now broken, you see a person's flung out of it and thrown into the mobs, and the mob starts to stab into them. This continues for about 15 minutes or so before the mob makes their way out and away. Look around. Do you wish to look inside the manor?
Yep.
You walk inside, and as you do, the main door extends and kind of stretches out into a leading hallway. At the end of the hallway, there's two more hallways that kind of make a T shape. To your right, it's a large entertainment or living area with books, stuff like that. To your left, there's a large table with 20 chairs, 10 on each side. 21 if you count the one at the head of the table. And on the wall, there's a mantled head of a bear. There's a stuffed crow, and then the head of a wolf as well at the top of this kind of fireplace. You walk towards the left side of the hallway, and it extends upstairs. There's some rooms to your left. You look inside, and it looks like servants' quarters. You walk up, and upstairs there's a balcony that extends up and looks over down on the tables below. And you look at the upstairs, and there's a large master bedroom with nicely and finely decorated furniture and bedding and such. And past that, there's a door that opens up, and you see there's another one next to it. That's all that the house has and contains. And so far, what you've heard from these ghostly figures, or rather what you haven't heard, is noise. Even with the commotion and the striking down, the only thing that you've heard is the man at the very start of your journey, trying to get your attention. The kind of eerie absence of noise is shortly ended as you hear footsteps enter into the house. Large in nature, and it steps forward. You kind of eye over and peer over the balcony. You see a man similar stature to Corin. Looks to his left, towards the tables. Looks to his right. His jaw is detached from the rest of his mouth, and he has pieces of his flesh kind of missing, exposing. It's just skull and bone. He has a staff in hand and a small saber in the other. Behind him, there's this large black smoke blur rolls in with yellow beady marks for its eyes. The man looks over at the specter. He goes, "Find him." The specter begins to filter through the house. What do you do?
I'll follow, or rather, just watch where it goes and look for who he's trying to find.
He begins searching throughout the house. And as it does, it careens around corners, eerily kind of peering around. It floats through one of the doors, and it begins to rise up. And you can see at the end of the hallway where the two rooms were, and you're on the other side. It rises up and it locks its gaze with you. And it begins to fly fast towards you.
I'll make my way out without looking at anyone or anything in particular.
Okay, you begin to kind of briskly walk down the staircase, and as you do, it picks up speed behind you. You walk down to the base of the stairs, begin moving forward. It falls and filters through the floor, blocking your path. Its eyes lock with yours. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Wrong guy. I rolled a d12 and got a 4.
Well, there's 420, so it counts.
9.
9.
You better roll. DC's 5.
You lock and gaze eyes with it. It begins to whisper out to you, and it goes, "You've done so much, just rest now." And begins to extend a hand out to you. The shadow kind of breathes back and it exposes this ghastly and decaying arm with frilled and sharpened fingers towards you. You take a step towards it. As you do, you hear more footsteps. And you hear the voice call it again one more time. "Have you found him?" And as he says that, it kind of loses concentration for a second. Are free from its gaze. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn and run out.
Okay. It's blocking the only way that you can like move immediately. So do you just
Okay,
do
so
the wall?
it's at the bottom of the stairs after I ran down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go out the wall.
Okay, you take it right. You just begin to careen out of the and dash out of the house. You phase through doors and through the chairs and the table, and as you begin sprinting out, and as fast as your ghostly kind of body of yourself carries you, you see arms begin to extend from the ground beneath you and claw up and try to grab you. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
Saving throw or
Do a check.
dirty 20.
Be able to briskly breeze over these bitter and cold hands as they reach out towards you. Maybe 5 or 6 kind of extend out, and as you begin to sprint out and you make your way out of the actual like manor and estate, there's a ghastly carriage that's walking up the road slowly but surely. And from it, you see there's a man that's quite finely dressed, this ghostly man with the tunic on and a rather large black belt that wraps around it, and a woman next to him that's veiled with a white dress on. And the man looks towards you. He gives a faint smile, he waves at you, and they continue onwards. Eventually, begin sprinting. It's weird, you don't get fatigued, not out of breath ever. You're able to make it back into Valia.
I'm gonna run back to the hut.
Okay.
And go through the door. Like look at my body.
Okay, make your way back over to the hut. The door passes through you, and you make your way back over to a similar site. This time you're laying down on the ground with the blanket shown about over you. The woman, Eureka, is sitting next to you, and she's just rocking back and forth in her chair.
I'm gonna try and like lay down in the contour of my body.
Okay. You begin to sit, lay there for a second. You breathe in deeply once, one more time. And you feel a familiar, earthly feeling beneath you. You sit up and Drake goes, "Oh, you're back."
I am.
Well, are you satisfied with what you saw?
I'm gonna have to be. I'm not going back.
It's fair. You know, you're the first one that's returned.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, to be frank, thank you for not telling me that before I went in.
Well,
I needed to feel something to keep me going. I found it.
I hate to ask for something. Gold has no value to me. Or
What
anything
does?
of worldly possessions. I would like to know something about you.
Ask away.
She sits up in her chair. She walks over to you. She kind of hunches over and looks deeply into your eyes. As she does, she has wide, kind of bulbous white eyes with a small pupil in the middle. It's quite kind of uncanny looking with her wrinkles kind of smoothing and skinning back towards her neck. And she has like clods of dirt kind of smeared over her face. And she looks toward you and she goes, as you know it, the assembly is gone.
Yes.
And for all you've heard, the assembly is lost. So it continues to drive you forwards.
I mean, it's selfish, but I've always lived in this cold wasteland, and the feeling I felt when I was gone for a minute wasn't like the blistering feeling I'd felt on the run for so many years. It wasn't like the sleepless nights I've had underneath train cars or inside people's homes who didn't know I was there. This was different, and I hated it. I need to get away from that feeling again.
I understand. Well, thank you for allowing me to hear this.
Or are you just curious, or?
Yeah. The truth is worth more than anything of worldly possession to me. See, truths are forever. It's what a person really means. The more lies or fake facades that they put on, it's what they truly want and intend to do.
I'm not keen on meeting people or sticking around them or anything, but I think we're more similar than we think. You are built on truth, and not a day goes by where I'm not living a lie. But I'm glad I met you.
You'll be needing this. She hands you your lute. She goes, I restrung one of the strings.
I appreciate it.
As I am a seeker for truth, this will help you as well. Now with your lute, with a one-time use, you can cast Zone of Truth at any point. Well, let's get going now.
Thank you again, Drekka.
And then during this hour of otherworldly visitation, is there anything anybody else was doing during this time?
I'm assuming it was getting about the time we need to meet at the cabin.
It's about 5:36. Yeah, the sun, you can see it's starting to set. Yeah.
I'm sure me and
We'll
you made our way back there.
Who are we waiting for?
Unless
Yeah, we're
anything
waiting
else
at
to
the
do.
one.
Good way to rest the group. Okay.
He tells me Gorak didn't have anything else to do.
You guys all come back and meet at the desolate den.
Well, where's the music man at?
No, we're still waiting.
You guys are still waiting. You guys are waiting at the monastery. Not going back.
I believe
Oh,
so.
you're not
in
in
front of
monastery?
in front of
I thought y'all were going to
because the guy already left. That was in the monastery.
Y'all aren't at the den. We're waiting at the
So you guys
den.
are at the monastery or the hut?
Like I would say like outside the hut
Yeah.
because then we had an hour to wait. Then
Okay. So you see these men step out. He makes his way out of the ornate small hatch. He exits out to the snow next to you.
Oh, thank God. Are you okay?
Physically, yeah.
What happened in there?
I'll tell you later with the whole group, or I won't. Still haven't decided what I want to share. I'll give you the information I found out, but I don't want to revisit what I just went through.
Okay, well you're okay?
I'm all right. I promise that.
Okay. So you guys want to make your way back to the den?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody makes their way back. You guys are all gathered around the table after exchanging greetings with one another, and a round of drinks has been passed around.
Well, we heard the Storm Striders are going northbound. What they told us. It's about all we got. They,
Northbound. Did they say anything else?
Well, quite frankly, they aren't big fans of working with us. They want the gold. They want the artifact that the little one was talking about. They want all the glory from it. So, quite frankly, they don't want any of our help. Despite us saving Bjornsson, they don't seem to be grateful at all in any kind of way. They just are very determined and very selfish in what they're doing, which I can't really blame them. I mean, times are tough now. They're doing what's best for them, and I can't say that that's a bad thing. But quite frankly, they don't want our help. But they told us they were headed north. That's all we got. They told us to stay here and try and keep a watch on the town, see if we could protect people here. Which, I mean, we can do if we want to leave the big job, I guess, in their hands and try and keep people safe here, which isn't a terrible idea. I just don't know how. I mean, if these people are living here every night, it can't be that deadly here. Unless it just happens to be a night that it's a raid or something. But I mean, the people don't seem fearful. I mean, they don't seem ecstatic, but they're not just cowering inside all day. So I assume it can't be that bad here. What'd you guys figure out?
Well, the music man here went inside this strange hut and, well, he won't say much more.
What was in the hut?
Give me a minute to collect my thoughts. And I'll pick up my instrument and start playing a little bit, just softly to myself.
Y'all just let him go inside by himself, and
No,
What'd
that
y'all
was,
do the
that was
entire
my
time?
choice.
He didn't want it any other way.
well, then what did you guys do?
We had to wait.
It doesn't sound very productive. Couldn't think of anything else you needed to do.
Well, we investigated a monastery. They just talked about Queen Sina.
What'd you learn about her and all this?
She's headless.
Oh,
Yes,
What is that?
Something.
she's headless.
doesn't have a head.
It's nothing to worry about. It's not real. Just some crazy people worshiping.
Cool.
The people are worshiping. I wouldn't off-put it too much. I mean, people don't just give up their lives for nothing. I don't know. I'm not saying I necessarily believe in it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's real. She could have a hand in all this.
People don't give up their lives for nothing.
It fits, but I'll have to see it first. I still think it's Ilrin.
I wouldn't doubt that, but there's no telling that Ilrin's not under her control or under her discipleship.
That could be true.
to be heard.
I think Music Man figured something out, but he won't tell.
Corin, can you describe what your brother looks like?
Oh, he's not a brother, not anymore. He's just like me, a fellow ice giant. Bigger, though. He's taller and stronger.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in many years, so
Does he carry a staff, or did he?
yes, when we were training together, he had a staff much like mine.
Anything specific about it that stood out?
Not at that time. It was just a training staff
Okay.
from our elders.
Well, as much as I don't want to remember, I feel full disclosure here is important. Inside the hut, there was a lady who was willing to help me find out more about these undead people. And she had me eat some mixture, and I was thrown outside my body. Is that the easiest way to put it? I was like a ghost. I could phase through things, and I didn't feel exhaustion. I didn't get tired or anything of the sort. Well, I walked around town for a little bit, and then Santa found a group heading north. They headed about 3 miles out of town, then crossed a bridge and went about 2 miles, maybe less, after they turned left, and they came to a manor of sorts. And at this manor there was bloodshed. It was so quiet, though. There were no sounds of anyone. And I went looking around, nothing seemed out of sorts, and then a man who looked like you walked in. He had his jaw disconnected and his staff, and he sent this thing after me. I don't even know how to describe it, but he knew I was there, and almost nothing else did.
We would have seen you if you had walked out of the hut.
Like I
We
said,
didn't see anyone.
I got thrown out of my body. I was not of this world for a short time.
When you saw the fellow giant, was it the real him, or was it like his ghostly, like you were? Were you seeing like real life? Do you know what you were seeing, or was it all in this other world?
I don't know. I believe he was real because I couldn't hear any of the undead. And I heard him tell his staff to find me.
If what you're saying is true, then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Yeah. Maybe able to beat the Storm Striders to it.
Maybe so.
Can you lead us there? Do you want to lead us there? I mean,
So
what's your
can and I
plan
will.
here?
that matches up with what they were telling you, right?
To go north?
Yeah.
Is that the way you went?
That is.
I mean,
Northbound bridge.
yeah. Not a lot gets past me, so I'm not surprised. They pretty much think that we'd be useless here. And I mean, they were pretty big, but there's no telling how strong they are. And
How large their ego is.
I would really like to assist them or wait for them to get there first.
it'd be nice. But at that point, what's our plan? Just go in and try and take the spoils after everyone's done, or what's the idea there? Wait for them to die, and
I'm not in this for money. I just need to kill him.
well, that's fair. I'm okay with that too. But I think after our conversation, and I think Gorag and Emmerich can back me up on this, but they seem like if we were there, that they almost seem like they would fight us before they would fight them. I'm
Well-
telling you, they're only here for the coin and for the glory of it all. They don't give a lick about any of the people here that are in danger from all of this. They're just here for the fame of it.
Well, maybe we could follow them somehow and step in if they need help.
Or could beat them to it.
Hi, but it's an army of undead, and I don't think we're well equipped for an army.
It's
Probably
dangerous, I'm telling you.
If he could find Music Man in another reality, this dude's pretty powerful. He could, I mean, I can't even begin to fathom what kind of power that is that he could sense him when Music Man didn't even know where he was. So I think we may just have to join him.
Is it a possibility that we need to be undead, though?
I mean, I don't see how that would happen. I mean, personally, I encountered some of the undead back at your abode, and I was able to kill them just fine. I assume it's not just a coincidence. There happened to be some of them near your place of residence. I think it's from this, so I wouldn't imagine that it needs to be that. And if people are dying and being affected from all this, I don't think it's gotta be a ghost kind of situation.
Well, I think our best chances at night when they're bound to be out. Hopefully they're all out of the monastery and we can catch them alone.
Potentially.
If I can chime in real quick.
Yeah, well,
Two pieces of information that
you're head honcho here. You know it's your call, I think.
Well, when I was in that other place, the dead seemed to ignore me as long as I ignored them. But there were some exceptions, one of which being this other ice giant. But about him, he didn't look at me or find me. He told his staff to, and his staff did, so maybe if we separate the two, he won't be quite so powerful.
You think maybe that staff is that thing that they're looking for?
Absolutely could be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Could be what's giving him that power. You said when you were training with him, Corin, did he always seem evil? Or was it kind of like a postpartum when you guys almost separate? Not necessarily when you separated, I know he did whatever, but kind of after all your training stuff, that's when he devolved into whatever it is now.
It was the Everfrost that changed everyone, but changed him completely. He began thinking insane thoughts about immortality and living forever, and he believed the Everfrost was a good thing, and then he killed half of our clan.
You have no idea about the staff that Music Man is speaking of?
I've never seen it.
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't be I mean, if the leaders, the Jarls, are looking for an artifact of some kind, and he was almost speaking to his staff like it was another being, that's pretty powerful magic. You don't just find one of those in a regular old convenience store.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's a good plan, but how do we separate the two?
I don't know.
Just have to face him head on, I guess.
That or could have to surprise him. It'd be something along.
And I'm pretty good at that,
Yeah.
especially if it's nighttime.
I mean, we can always ask the person in the hut. She seems to know a lot about this. She might know a weakness or something.
No.
Did you ask her?
anything were to find out, it'd have to be done the same way I learned what I learned. And she didn't tell me this till after, but I'm the only person to ever come back from it, so I
That
wouldn't
was a pretty big
recommend
feat of
going.
strength, music man. I respect you
Strength
for
or
that.
dumb luck, whatever it was. I'm just grateful I'm here.
Is it about nighttime?
That's unsetting in the distance, yeah. They probably just small rays of it appear over the mountainside.
How far was the journey? How long did it take?
Time-wise, no idea. I was just following the group, but it was 4.5 miles total.
We
Out of
better
town.
get going if that's the plan. I mean, but I think we need a plan before we really go. So, I mean,
Well,
everybody, we need some input here.
I would like to send a few animals up ahead to scout things out first.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe.
great.
See what's going
How
on.
far can the animals go from yourself?
Well, we're pretty far from my forest, so I don't know these animals very well. But maybe I can find one to help me, or I can summon one.
Maybe.
How much do you care about these animals? There's a chance they might not make it back. If there is a powerful person.
Well, if it's a willing beast, then I'm sure it knows the risk.
And then
But we will need to be close.
I do have the problem of the storm sliders. If we do get there ahead and we are powerful enough to slay the enemy, they will probably come in and wipe us, or attempt to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll be too weak to try.
Yeah, unless we can use the power of the artifact, but
Well, based on what it did to your
big ask.
friend, used to be friend,
At least
we
that's
don't
not,
want to risk that on any of us.
that's not telling if that was before or after.
Yeah.
But Emmerich's absolutely right. They will absolutely do whatever it takes to rip that out of our grasp.
I still think the best shot is waiting nearby and waiting for the
Storm Striders.
yes.
The problem is though, they will, if they do die, they will become undead themselves.
Well, if it gets to that, we'll absolutely help them. I don't want to see them die.
Okay, yeah, I think we jump in before any of that happens.
We'll just have to keep our
They'll,
distance.
if we save their lives, they'll be more than glad.
I don't
Well,
know.
Just call us fools.
You never know.
They are arrogant fools.
But I would rather them be alive than stay undead and cause ruckus here. Because it's all about saving these people. I think that's priority number one. Even though I'm absolutely terrified to go there. But I know that I gotta be strong and fight through the fear that I've had and save these people because they need us right now. That's what I've trained to do. So we head out there, maybe try and find somewhere that we can. Was there anywhere that you would have noticed that we could maybe hide out for a little while?
Do I remember
Yeah.
anything like that?
From knowing where you can stay for the night, the best chance you guys have probably is
Not stay like
Not stay somewhere we can hide near the manor.
yeah. Like
it was
walk.
surrounded by a forest, and then there was, I guess, a bridge on the way there.
The bridge on the way there, and there was a forest surrounding the manor.
Yeah. There's a. Were they like icy trees like at Orm's place, or were they like dead trees?
Just dead.
Well, I mean, it might not be the best cover, but I'm sure we
Nice one.
we could make it work.
Well, if we really need to, I can summon a fog cloud that would greatly cover us.
Maybe.
How big is your cloud?
It's about 20 feet.
But that could also be an obvious place to hide. Of course, they might expect someone to be inside the cloud. A random fog cloud in the middle of a forest. Only 20 feet large.
Well, what do you want to do then?
I don't know.
What do you even do around here?
He kills things, I guess. Is this the same Gorak? He's
Is
putting
it the
more
same
sentences
Gorak?
together.
When are you gonna step up and help?
I talked to Broken to make you think I was more stupid than I was.
It's alright. That works, I feel.
I fell for it.
I did too.
You don't normally ask a stupid person to solve your problems.
It's very fair. Well, I don't blame you. I think we just make our way up there. As we get up closer, look for a spot to just kind of hide out. Somewhere maybe we can see where the storm striders would come through, or at least that we could hear from the manor. But I'd imagine the place is crawling with those undead. So we may have to take some out quietly. Didn't take but 1 or 2 arrows for me to take them down. So they're not the toughest, but there's a lot of them.
We got time a little bit. We should start leaving at least, because the true plan as of this moment is to hide, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, at least till the storm strikes. I mean, when we assist as they show up.
So we do have the advantage here where, as much as we know, so it's kind of assuming their assumptions here is they truly know that it's up north, but we know it's in the manor, giving us quite an advantage, I feel,
Potentially.
against the storm striders. The undead do not know the true capabilities of us, but we have some sights of the undead.
Yeah.
And then I think if we can get there early, we can scout out very much. We may be able to set a trap.
Maybe. I think the biggest thing though is to remember that the storm striders may be against us, but I don't think we're against them. We don't want any trouble from them, but we're there to help them, I think. If we can, I don't know that we can handle it on our own. We don't really know what we're dealing with. We know a little bit, but we don't really know the true scale of Ilrun and his army. So at the end of the day, I think we just are there to help what we can and keep the storm striders alive and protect the people here. As long as we can do that, then I think it'll be a successful mission.
The door to the outside of the tavern swings open, and in steps 5 clad in armor individuals. You can tell that they're clad in armor from the noise that they make whenever they walk. They have robes over them. And they step over to the tavern bar. They sit down and begin talking with the barkeep. Quite large in stature, each of them. They have similar clothes to that of the Flames Creek church members that you saw in the monastery. Everybody that went to the monastery. They're sitting at the bar talking with the barkeep.
Can we hear what they're saying?
They're trying to, it sounds like they're trying to keep it quiet and discreet.
Can I listen closely?
Sure, you roll perception.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that. Not as good. 11.
11. You kind of cue in to them talking. There's only a few words you can pick out. Provisions, night, and tomorrow.
Would I know the context of if it was like nighttime or like a knight in shining armor?
You just heard the word night.
Okay.
Gotta love the English language. Those are kind of the three words that you picked out. Anybody else roll perception on it? No? Okay. They guess some food slid over to them and some drink as well. They all rest their hands on the counter and they begin to pray silently. And after they do that, they eat their food. After it takes maybe 10 minutes or so during this time, you guys want to do anything?
Well, I need to eat, so anybody else need some food?
Say we fill up and then we hit the road if that's what we're doing. I don't hear any objections, but I mean, again, music man, like you know the most about this. I mean, I think it's your call. You've been I know you're quiet, but you know what we don't know. Even not to say or not saying everything, but if there may be something you're not, use that wisdom. You don't have to necessarily tell us everything, but use that wisdom to help make this decision for us.
It's a tough balance. I felt weak when I was in that other place, but I still luckily managed to break free of the hold of that staff. It's a power we can be stronger than, but can and will is we won't know until it's too late. I believe we can win.
Is it worth us going up there and risking our lives for?
I don't know.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Or find out.
It's not for me to decide if it's worth it to y'all.
Well, I'm going with or without you guys. Because I have to at least speak to him, ask him why.
Is it worth it to you, music man?
A fire has been rekindled after this last expedition, so I feel like I owe it to what got me here to at least try to keep my fire going. As
What
long
kind
as
of fire?
motivation. I'll leave it at that. And right after I say that, I'm gonna cast message on Yuri or Yuki. That's what it is. Cast it on Yuki and say, I found my fire in there, and at first it was selfish. It was just I wanted to fight so I could live, so I could not feel like I was dead again. And when I told that to the lady, it was the truth, but now I'm realizing it's more of a noble cause, fortunately, which is I need to stop all the killing in this Everfrost. And more than ever, I feel like the Syndicate is behind it. I have to fight to survive, even if my survival isn't dependent on whether I'm breathing or not.
Somebody tries the door. He tries one more time in a hurried panic. The door flings open and the cold breeze flows in. And comes Keelan. He steps forward and he slams the door shut behind him. He throws a bag at the tavern keeper. He goes, "This is for your troubles." And he grabs one of the tables and slams it against the door and begins propping chairs up against it. And he looks up the stairs and looks back towards you guys and he goes, "Hey."
Whoa. Are they out there? What is it?
The Syndicate are here.